Hi class, I have another video lesson for you. You've been doing really good with these over the past week. Today we are going to learn about surface area of pyramids and cones. So we have two new shapes today. First one, a pyramid. It is a polyhedron, all flat sides, in which the base is a polygon and the lateral faces are all going to be triangles. And they all have a common vertex at the top. That's like the peak of the pyramid. A regular pyramid has a regular polygon for a base, and its height is actually going to meet the base directly at its center. Our second shape today is the cone. The cone is a solid, it's three-dimensional, but it has a circular base and a vertex that is not in the same plane as the base. A right cone, well, the height will meet its base perfectly at its center. So we also have this thing called slant height, which is a little new. Okay. On the regular pyramid, it's the altitude of any lateral face. So on a pyramid over here on the left, you can have your height. Your height will come perfectly straight down to the center here and be perpendicular to the bottom. I'm going to connect it out to the right-hand side. Your slant height will go down the middle of that right-hand lateral face. It is also going to be perpendicular to the bottom. So you end up with a lot of these right triangles that happen. The same thing can happen on a cone over here on the right. Your height is that perpendicular distance from the top of the cone to the center. If you connect it out to the side, that lateral kind of going straight down that curvy surface, that is your slant height in blue there. Now, something to look for, slant height, they use a cursive L to designate slant height. So that is a good symbol to know. Okay, so we have two new shapes, a lot more new vocabulary. We also have two new formulas. For the surface area of a regular pyramid, we have this formula here. I'm going to put it in a blue box for you. Its surface area is equal to capital B, that is the area of the base. Remember, your bases can vary. Plus 1/2 capital P, that is the perimeter, again, of the base, times L, that's your slant height. That one's a little bit new. We also have the surface area of a right cone, which is your formula right here. We've already edited it in for your circles. So your surface area is pi times your radius squared, plus pi times your radius times L, your slant height. So really, why these two were grouped together is they both use that slant height L. If I can get it out correctly. There we go. Both of those are on your formula sheet that you were given on Friday. Remember, you can use your formula sheet through any notes, any homework, any quizzes or tests. So get familiar with that formula sheet. All right, now let's get familiar with the formulas themselves and try a couple of these out. On the right, we definitely have a picture of a pyramid. They would like us to find the area of a lateral face. A lateral face, well, your sides are really what that's referring to. And in this case, your sides are triangles. So we're going to find the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. In this case, we know that all of the bottom edges over here are 10. That little S over here means that a side is 10. Okay, so if that's 10, then that's 10. We need to know how tall this line right here, I'm going to highlight it for you over there on the right in red. That is not only your slant height L, but it is the height of that triangle on the side. Well, one way that we can find this height or slant height, I'm going to make it L, is we do have a little right triangle that is formed in that problem. So if I do a quick little Pythagorean theorem, I know that the height of the triangle is 12. I'm just pulling that in. It's off to the side there. Half of 10 means the bottom of that triangle is a 5. Let's zoom in here. We've got 12 on the left, 5 on the bottom. L we're trying to find. If we do Pythagorean theorem, 5 squared plus 12 squared equals L squared. 25 plus 144 is equal to L squared. Add them together, you get 169 equal to L squared. And when you square root, your slant height is 13. Well, that slant height is the height of the side. If we're doing a lateral face, I'm going to underline that again. We need to do 1/2 the base of a side. That bottom of a side is 10. The height of a side is that cursive L, 13. Half of 10 times 13 is 65, and it is an area problem, so you can label it as centimeters squared. There's your answer. You had to do a little side work on that. That was just one side, a lateral face. Part B wants you to find the surface area of the entire regular pyramid. The surface area of a pyramid, your formula is capital B plus 1/2 capital P times L. In this particular picture, your base is a square. So to find capital B, you need to find the area of a square, which is you just take a side and square it. If all the sides are 10, 10 squared is 100. So in our formula, that big old capital B gets replaced with 100 plus 1/2 perimeter of a square. If all the sides are 10, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, or 10 times 4, your perimeter is going to be 40. And we just found the slant height as being 13. Well, 1/2 times 40 times 13 is 260. And when you add that one extra 100 in, you have 360. And you're still going to be centimeters squared for your label. There is going to be a little bit of side work with these. You may have to find the area of the base. You may have to find your slant height using Pythagorean Theorem. Notice all this stuff in red off to the right. That's my kind of extra side work. Let's try another one of these